I have here in my hand, now the more serious aspects of the causes. This is the original study of the American Medical Association, and I have just underlined a few paragraphs that I would like to read you, just a few from this great study here. Lung cancer occurs much more frequently, 5 to 15 times among cigarette smokers than among non-smokers. There is a direct relationship between the incidence of lung cancer and the amount smoked. It is estimated that on a lifetime basis, 1 of every 10 men, get this, 1 of every 10 men who smoke more than 2 packs a day will die of lung cancer. You know what this means? If 1 out of 10 that you're a smoker, you are playing Russian roulette with your life. If I happen to give you a gun that happens to have 10 chambers and then spin it, put it to your head, are you going to try it? If you do, you are a big, fat, pink ass is what you are. If you do that, if you play Russian roulette with your life, I will play any odds in Las Vegas and expect to lose, but I will play no odds with living, because you, believe it or not, you only have one life, no matter who tells you otherwise, unless you believe in reincarnation. Then you'll come back as an infected lung. Now, the AMA also says that cessation of smoking by chronic smokers decreases the probability that such individuals will develop lung cancer. This means that if you have been a smoker and you do quit, you immediately check the chances of your developing lung cancer. Very important bit of information. Now, get this point. This is very important. One of their conclusions here is this. The sum total of scientific evidence, this is from the AMA, the sum total of scientific evidence establishes beyond reasonable doubt that cigarette smoking is a causative factor in the rapidly increasing incidence of human epidermoid carcinoma of the lung. Now, I don't know how long we must belabor this. I've got this checked all sorts of places, but that should be enough for you. Here's a statement from the Royal College of Physicians in England, and they say this: cigarette smoking is a cause of lung cancer and bronchitis. It may contribute to development of coronary heart disease and some other diseases, and delays healing of stomach ulcers. A study of British doctors shows that for men aged 35, the chances of dying in the next 10 years are 1 in 23 for heavy cigarette smokers, 1 in 90 for non-smokers. Boy, that's some Russian roulette. That's real Russian roulette. The VA, Veterans Administration, has forbidden the free distribution of cigarettes in any veterans hospital in the United States. Did you know that? That's already been stopped. They feel that they take patients in to cure them. They're not going to allow someone else to come in and kill them. Like any addiction, of course. And so, of course, the important thing now is, how does this addiction begin? How did you start? How did some of you get away with it and others get caught in the vice? How did death grip you and make you his first candidate while others escaped it? How does this happen? Now, I already told you that there is no such thing as an inborn craving for smoking. There is no natural craving. You don't want it. It doesn't make you restless not to have it. How does this addiction begin? Well, let me tell you that this is the one place that I can be really dogmatic and tell you that the only cause I know for anybody beginning to take up this painful, disgusting, bitter habit is because of this little entity known as the inferiority complex. That's the only reason I know for beginning to smoke. You feel inferior. That's why it starts in the early nicotines, because the individual begins to feel, I want to be a man. I want to be a man. Men smoke. I want to be a grown woman. Women smoke. This is sophisticated. This is glamorous. Don't they show on TV glamorous women? I'm going to be a smoker. And they start puffing the thing. They throw up. They get ill. They cough. But they force themselves to stick with this painful thing, a feeling of inferiority. Now, the inferiority complex, as I told you, is the greatest motivating cause for beginning to smoke. What does this mean? It means that you, as parents-to-be, if you want to help your children not become a candidate for early death, you must show them how to express and overcome their inferiority in more constructive, intelligent ways. There are always 2 things you can do when you're motivated by inferiority. You can make an adjustment that is constructive. You can make an adjustment that's destructive. If you happen to be a failure in life, you can work harder, you can go to school, you can study, you can try to improve yourself and become a success because the failure motivated you to be a success. Or you can become a juvenile delinquent. You can rob a bank. You can do things to show how important you are in that way. You can become a beatnik. You know what the beatnik said to the flat-chested woman? Man. Remember that the only thing that is smart about smoking is turning it down. The only thing that is smart about drugs is refusing to take the first one. You see, a drug pusher gives you all the drugs you want free when you've never had any. He charges you nothing. Be my guest. Why does he make you his guest? He knows that you will not buy it because you have no craving for it. It is his job to give you a craving. Because the moment he develops the craving in you, he knows you'll rob your own mother. You'll murder your grandmother to get the $5 that it takes to get that little bit of happy dust. Now, the same thing is true of people who smoke. Those who have never started have no craving for it. Those who have already started are caught in the grip and are an addict. Now, just the same as a dope addict, it will, of course, do not only the things that I've told you, but what would you think of the intelligence of people that I tell you can, if they wish, buy themselves a little package of death wrapped up beautifully in cellophane, which will discolor their teeth, discolor their lungs, give them all sorts of diseases, give them hacking coughs, probably bring on cancer and heart disease, and for this, we will charge you. And they line up in line, can't wait to pay you the money to buy it. What would you say you're dealing with? Great geniuses or great morons? What would you be dealing with? It's remarkable, really remarkable. But you see, an addict has no control of his habits. Because if he did, he would, of course, not pay out money to buy this great little box of joy. I hear people, rationalize and say, oh, listen, I don't care. You know what the answer is? Did you read the Surgeon General's report? Oh, yes, but I don't care. Listen, if I gotta go, I gotta go. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. The question is, why rush to it? What are you rushing for? Death, here I am, Death. You, Death, come get me. Here I am. Don't bother with him. Here I am. Come on, Death. Tickle him under the chin. Get him to come after you first. Say, you're such a great rush. One man said to me, I had a grandfather who smoked till he was 108. And when he died at 109, they dug him up. He looked better than you do today. This is all rationalizations. All rationalizations. Because whether you are not the victim of the Russian roulette or you are, you're still going to get all these things that I told you about anyway. Anyway, why do you want to play games with death? Why do you want him as a partner in playing games? Play games with your girlfriends.